President Bush says the televised address on his budget plan tonight will be short. It will be to the point. He is rehearsing. He's fine-tuning his remarks with his top aides today. It's Mr. Bush's first major address as president. Critics will likely be monitoring every word and phrase, waiting for the so-called Bushisms, or tongue-tied and confused phrases that they say have plagued Mr. Bush's remarks since his days on the campaign trail. Joining us now from Washington, Tom Antion, who is president of the Advanced Public Speaking Institute. Tom, thanks for being with us.
Hi, Greg. How are you doing?
Don't pick on my speech now. Let's pick on somebody else's.
You're doing okay.
How would you rate President Bush's speech delivery?
Well, when he's scripted, Greg, everything seems to be fine. He seems to be getting much more comfortable using the teleprompter, which is a difficult thing, so that you don't look like a robot going left, center, right all the time. So he's getting much more scripted, or doing well when he's scripted. Where he gets the tongue-tied is when it's an impromptu thing, and there are techniques to help him with that.
All right, before we get to some techniques, I want to show a couple of sound bites to our viewers, one in Knoxville, Tennessee, in which he is talking about, of all things, literacy.
You teach a child to read, and he or her will be able to pass a literacy test.
Yikes, he or her, he or she. And let's go to another speech in which he's kind of engaging this stream of unconsciousness about investments in the economy. Let's listen.
I mean, these good folks are revolutionizing how businesses conduct their business. And like them, I am very optimistic about our position in the world and about IT's influence on the United States. We're concerned about the short-term economic news, but long-term I'm optimistic, and I hope investors, secondly, I hope investors hold investments for periods of time. I've always found the best investments are those that you salt away based upon good, sound economics.
Okay, I'm still trying to figure out what that means. Why does he struggle so often with words? It appears at times that it is just a major accomplishment for him to put a subject with a predicate. Why is that?
Well, most really effective speakers, Greg, are well practiced and rehearsed to the point that it doesn't look like they're rehearsed. And, there was so much effort on just getting to be president in the first place that I'm sure a lot of emphasis was taken away from the preparation to be an effective, using effective delivery when you are president. So I think he's a little bit late catching up to the speed of the work that it takes to be a very good communicator.
Well, Tom, the thing about Clinton was he had such an encyclopedic knowledge of government and the economy and everything. He may have been one of the brightest men and the hardest working men ever to occupy the Oval Office. His foibles notwithstanding, Bush, on the other hand, doesn't seem to have a strong command of the information he needs. For example, let's take a look at his Austin, Texas, November 22nd speech. The legislature's job is to write law. It's the executive branch's job to interpret law. That would be wrong. That's the judicial branch's job, is to interpret the law. And this guy's the chief executive. You'd think he'd know what the executive branch's job is. This is another one on pro-life. I'm still trying to figure this out. My pro-life position is I believe there's life. It's not necessarily based in religion. I think there's life there. Therefore, the notion of life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. That left a lot of folks scratching their heads.
The next is going to be like, to life, l'chaim. Greg, this really doesn't seem to be a difficult problem for me if he had the proper coaching.
All right, so how does he get better?
Well, what happens is, Greg, see, when there's techniques, one of which is called using a bit, which means that you run through a certain time, maybe 2 minutes or 30 seconds even, of your comments out loud. Has to be out loud because your lips don't always go where your mind is telling it to go. Has to be out loud and delivered 30 to 50 times out loud in private, so that when you get in front of the audience, when the lights and the pressure and everything's there, you're going to come through if a hurricane happened in the middle of your speech. So you practice to the point where you don't look practiced, and I don't think he's had the time to really concentrate on these skills. I don't think he doesn't know the things he's saying. It's just that under the pressure, he's not yet ready to spit them out smoothly as his predecessor.
Because people who know him say he's a very, very bright man. This is just his one little problem. Maybe he'll overcome it. Tom Antion, many thanks for telling us about it and giving us some tips. I think I'll employ them myself.
Okay, Greg.